So unreal. Watch you
Welcome, everybody. Welcome. London Boyz live market recap for this week. What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's been having a good, profitable week. Great week of trading for us. Some great moves that we were anticipating. Market's been playing out pretty much exactly how we've been anticipating. So, been a good week of trading so far, guys. Yes, we would definitely be going over pound dollar, GBP USD. We could also look over GBP JPY as well. They move very, very similar. So this is going to be for the week of April 12th. The week started on April 12th. April 12th to April 17th, which is tomorrow. So we're going to start off with the DXY. Let's start off with the DXY, guys, right? And this is just real simple stuff. I know a lot of people are expecting the dollar to crash with, just because of all this news going on, right? We're expecting our economy to fall. But one thing I want to tell you guys is, it's like somebody asked me a question before about saying something about, they read something in an article, and I told them, don't pay attention to news articles, right? Don't it actually, it's good. Nothing, it's not that it's bad. You can read up, get some information, nothing wrong with that, but don't put too much stock into that, especially as a day trader, right? As a day trader, as an intraday trader, reading news and articles is not it's not going to tell you where the market's going. This right here, what you're looking at right now, the chart is gonna tell you where the market's going. Nothing else, right? These news articles is really just manipulation. And I say that to say, a lot of people are expecting, our economy to take a big. I mean, it has taken a big hit, right? As you can see, stock markets crashed and all of this stuff going on. So I know a lot of people are expecting the dollar to fall, but that's not necessarily always the case. And again, I mean, I wanted to see it trade lower as well, but like we were talking about in the chat, you got to be able to adjust, guys. You got to be able to adjust to what the market's showing you. Something so simple as this, right? So the reason why I have this highlighted, we got this daily order block right here, right? First and foremost, we got this huge impulsive leg. I'm going to highlight it right here, right? This huge impulsive leg of bullishness. Okay. And so we're working off that. We got a huge impulse leg. This right here is really just a retracement. I mean, it can be a high, can be a significant high, but we don't know that yet. So, but we got our impulse leg, our retracement, and then we have our reaction off of this bullish order block. So once price came down and we see how it failed to respect this low, you see, for me to want to call this a bearish market, I'm not ready to call this a bearish market yet. Why? Because I want to see down candles getting broken through. Okay, so down candles are bullish order blocks. We want to see them being smashed through. Until I see that, I'm not ready to be all out bearish. That's something that we were talking about in the chat. So this is just real basic, basic market structure stuff, right? Um, Again, higher low, made a higher low here, didn't take out this high, but it came back and made another higher low. So just seeing this daily candle here, this bullish engulfing daily candle, that just, I kind of already knew, like, to anticipate some more bullishness on the dollar. So today, I'm not sure about tomorrow how it's going to play out, but we're just going to go over this past week and how it's been playing out. So to open the week, actually, just, I don't know if you guys, for the people that hopped on early, we had this markup, and I deleted it. So at the end, we're gonna have, I'm gonna answer all you guys' questions a little bit towards the end. I'm just gonna go over some stuff with you guys, and then I'm definitely gonna answer all your questions. So don't worry about it. All right, just, you can write your question in the chat box. If I don't get back to you, I'm gonna run through and I'm gonna definitely answer you guys' questions. But so in the beginning, we had this markup for the beginning of the week. So for anybody that tuned into our market recap on GU, the one that we posted on YouTube, we were expecting those highs to get smashed a little more aggressively, and that's what we got to begin the week, which was great, super great. So again, the vertical line to begin the week, and let's just see how this week played out so far. So our markup here, we had these lows right here getting taken out, which they did. I just wanted to see at least these lows getting taken out. This little liquidity pool. These lows, relatively clean lows right here, clean support. We had our arrow here to get smashed through these equal lows, and then this is where we got our reversal. So what do we know about these liquidity pools? A lot of times, now that's one thing. It's not every time that equal lows getting smashed means reverse. It doesn't always mean that, but a lot of times it does, especially being the market structure that we're in, we're bullish. So when you already have your bias, knowing that you're bullish, and you see equal lows getting taken out, you can expect that reversal. Okay, so that's just something to keep in mind. So they came in, grabbed this liquidity here, a lot of stops resting under here, came in, and pretty much this is kind of like classic stuff, guys. This is a classic week, honestly, on dollar. Typically, if you're bullish, you want to see the beginning. This is why, a lot of mentors, a lot of people teach, not to trade Sunday, Monday, which is cool. Like, we don't necessarily say that because we do trade any day of the week, but this is why that so commonly said, because the beginning of the week, as you see, price trades down, which is basically, you could look at as your manipulation, right? It trades down to begin the week, takes out this liquidity, sets this low for the week. So far, this is our low of the week, and I'm pretty sure it looks like this low will probably hold up. I mean, we only have tomorrow, so we could probably safely say this is the low of the week. So it comes down, sets this low of the week on the 14th, which was Tuesday. Classic stuff, guys. Tuesday, low of the week. As we know, low highs, lows get set Monday through Wednesday. So this is just real textbook stuff, guys. Sets the low, what days of the week time, right? So, and it trades up. So that's pretty much, I'm gonna leave it like that for the DXY. I'm gonna go over GBP USD because I know that's something a lot of us trade. It's one of our favorite pairs. It's one of my favorite pairs right now. Obviously, gold is my favorite pair, but I don't really like the way it's moving right now. Spread is kind of wild. It's kind of choppy sometimes. But, I mean, I'm gonna go over it with you guys, but I haven't been trading it. This has been my baby. This has been my baby so far these past couple of weeks, and it's been great. It's been great. So I had my vertical line. I'm just gonna start. Let's look at the 4 hour. Let's look at the 4 hour. The daily, as we know, the daily, as we for those that seen, we had these highs right here to get taken out. Now here's something to remember. Like I said, equal highs, equal lows getting taken out does not always mean a reversal right away. As you see here, we smashed through these equal highs and we kept going. Now, when you see that, you wanna look for where's your next liquidity pool, right? Where's your next liquidity pool? If price is smashing through these highs, where's the next high that they're gonna smash through? That should be your next objective. Okay, we smashed through these highs. Price is still bullish. It's still maintaining bullish structure. So where's our next liquidity resting at? That's what you got to tell yourself, guys. Where's the money at? Where is the next liquidity pool where the money is resting? So once we clear these highs here, right, I'll drag this all the way out just to give you guys a clear view. Right. So if we taken these highs out, where's the next highs to get taken out? You got this consolidation right here. Right. You got this consolidation right here. Boom. These highs. Okay, so once these highs get taken out, and obviously you don't see a reversal, you don't see any long wick rejection, anything turtle soup, nothing to tell you that price wants to trade down yet, right? Didn't want to trade down yet. That's why I said in the market recap on YouTube is that we wanted to see more of an aggressive move. It kind of, it took out the highs last week by a few pips, but it wasn't enough. We wanted to see more aggressive move to take those highs out clean. And to begin the week, that's how they started out to begin the week. Aggressive move to the upside, grabbing up this liquidity. The next liquidity, they grab these highs, and then again, you want to look for your next liquidity pool where the money's going to be at, and that's over here. Now here is when you could expect your reversal. And considering your analysis on the dollar, GU is trading up, making a higher high, while the dollar is failing to make a lower low. Just basic market structure stuff, guys, right? One of them's gonna, for them to get in sync, one of them's gonna reverse. The dollar's failing to break a lower low, and GU is still making a higher high. So that's something to keep in mind. So GU trades up aggressively to start the week, and this as well. I mean, classic bearish week right here. Classic bearish week. Starts off bullish, sets the high on Tuesday. Now this was a late in the day, 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock sets that high, kind of consolidates for Asian and just rolls off. Kind of gives you a little half a Batman pattern. Just rolls off. It's a very common pattern. And for those that are not familiar with that, we're gonna make a 5-minute video going over these simple patterns. But so seeing this right here, so I had a buy that I showed you guys. We had bought. Once price came and took out these lows, we expected a reaction. Why? Not just because it took out these lows. This was a clean level of support where price was going to want to come and grab liquidity. And we also have this order block resting right below these lows. So like we mentioned in the chat, the best order blocks are the ones sitting right below the liquidity pool, below or above liquidity pools. Why is that? Because you got the equal lows where price is gonna wanna go to grab this liquidity. Then you got your order block resting right below there. So you can definitely expect a reaction there. This was 9 a.m. classic New York reversal, coming off bearish momentum from Asian and London. And just that's another thing, like getting to know your pairs. Getting to know your pairs like GBPs, they a lot of times if they're bearish for London, a lot of times you can get that New York reversal. So I came in anticipating this little aggressive move up, nice little 120 pips, easy move. And so then once it came up here to these previous highs, we got this again, this simple pattern that I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with. Simple head and shoulders pattern, right? Easy. And that's something why when we shared our bias in the chat, I said, look, I'm looking for a straightaway move on GU. I want to see it dunk. I don't want to see it even come back up here. That's something that helped with the bias, why I shared the bias with you guys on why I expected it to be a straightaway move. Because there's no reason for price to come back up there. It's gonna wanna come and reach for these lows now, considering that we made this aggressive move and the day of the week. Like day of the week, it's just like time and price, right? Just like you want to be trading New York session, London session, you know, the time and price is key. It's the same thing with the day of the week, guys. Day of the week is key as well. You want to be thinking like, all right, it's Tuesday, it's Wednesday. Price has been trading up these past 2 days. Could we get a reversal? You know what I'm saying? Like you always got to keep that in mind. So just considering the day of the week, like, all right, GU traded up aggressively, and all right, it's Tuesday, it's Wednesday now. Price, you know, this was a big drop, guys. This was a big impulsive drop, like 200 pips right here. So that's not like nothing to just sneeze at, you know? Like you gotta respect that drop right there. So the fact that it dropped like that, the day of the week that it happened, that's something that you're gonna want to pay attention to. Like, all right, more than likely we have our midweek reversal here. You know, because the thing is, from week to week, a lot of times, basically all the market does is go through cycles. Market just constantly in a cycle, in a buy cycle, sell cycle. Like it's just constantly going through cycles, right? So a lot of times Friday going into Monday over the weekend, let's say for GU, for instance, right? Last week was a bullish week. This is a perfect example, right? Last week was a bullish week. So when to expect stuff like this, midweek reversals, is weeks like this. I'm gonna break it to you like this. Last week was a bullish week, right? We had a bullish week, and then going into Monday, they finished off that bullish cycle, if that makes sense, right? Does that make sense? Like from last week, we had a bullish week, and then starting off this week, we finished off our bullish cycle. We grabbed up the liquidity, the target that it was reaching for, and now is when we can start to expect that midweek reversal. Considering we were bullish last week and we've been trading up to begin this week. So, and it's like we said in the chat earlier, I mean, price is not just going to shoot up, guys. You know, this is the market. The market's up and down. You know, there's nothing wrong with like you know, somebody bought GU earlier today in the chat, and guess what? He profited. You know what I mean? Like he profited. He caught his 40 pips during London session. I think he caught this pop up, which was great. You know, I told him, look, I'm still expecting it to sell off, but you know what? He was still able to profit on the buy. You know what I mean? And that's something that you know, like the market is gonna go up and down. It's not just gonna shoot up. You know, so people probably think like, oh, well, you bought GU yesterday. Why you want to sell today? Well, because You know, like the market's gonna go up and down. Like, what do you think? I don't know. I don't know about you guys. Is anybody in here a position trader? Does anybody here hold their positions for months or weeks, or I'll swing a position, right? I'll swing a position for a week long, sometimes even 2 weeks, but I'm I'm not holding on to nothing for months at a time. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not what we're doing here. We're here to take advantage of the volatility. Get our money and get out. So I'll buy GU one day and I'll sell it the next day, like we did this week. Like that's what it's about, and being able to adjust. So yeah, I say all that just to say, like, when just because you're quote unquote bullish on a pair or bearish on a pair, don't just think that it can't go up or it can't go the opposite direction. You always got to have, what I do a lot? I'll have a fib placed on my opposite direction, like here. Like, I was bearish, so I had this fib placed. I think it was like, yeah, I think I had it like here. And then just to see if price was going to react at the 79, like stuff like that. Like, I'll have my fibs placed in opposite directions just in case, to see if price is going to react at this level. So yeah, but with GU is pretty clean today. And now for New York, what I want to show you guys is, look, as you guys know, your Asian range. Well, this Asian range was a pretty big range, because I that's another thing, guys. I sold this pair at like 7 o'clock at night. Like, I don't know. I was very confident that it was gonna drop, and I just sold it at 7, 8 o'clock at night. I got in, which is right around this range, and a lot of times, which is how it played out today. This order block here, that basically price came up for New York, retested the Asian range low, and just tanked. Okay, so like that's something to take into consideration. Like, if you're bearish and price broke Asian range to the low, you don't want to see it come back and pop up above Asian range for the most part. So price really just came up, retraced for New York, made this high for London. This high that is set for London was 3 a.m., 2 a.m. 2 a.m. comes, sets this high, trades lower, takes this low out, comes back up, and pretty much just retests this high. But it never broke above there, and then we get that tank. And then look, and then this move, which is actually, I told the guys, I'm like, yo, GU's probably gonna take these highs out, these little equal highs right here. And it did, just right now. So as you see, like, you could have bought GU again earlier, right after that move, and been profitable. So that's just like the ups and downs of this market. But yeah, so I mean, this was a great pair for us. We was able to profit on this buy move right here, and this sell move going down. So this is a pair that I've been focusing a lot of my attention on. Dollar, I mean, I've been focusing on dollar pairs because they've been great. The dollar's been trading nice. Euro USD as well was a nice pair. Now, this is something I want to show you guys again. These two pairs are very, very strongly correlated, right? Obviously, EU and GU. And if you notice here on the daily, where's GU? Okay, on the daily. So on the daily, GU was making a higher high, but EU failed to make a higher high. You guys see that? I'll flip again. GU made a higher high here. Made a higher high because it reached for this liquidity pool, while EU failed to make a higher high. So that's something that you want to keep in mind as well. Looking at correlated pairs and understanding, which, if this is making a higher high and this is failing to break a higher high, which it's going to help you determine which direction that pair may go. It's just little divergence stuff. Same thing with the dollar index. So yeah, I mean, EU was pretty clean. I didn't trade it, but I'm sure it gave a very similar move like EU, like GU. Set the high for London. Pretty clean stuff. Bullish for Asian, all the way to a London session into this previous order block here, this zone. I'll zoom in. Sets the high for London, and it gives you a fib retracement. So this is something somebody asked me, he's only able to trade New York session. If I'm only able to trade New York session, what should I look for? And I pretty much told him, like, you want to focus on the higher low that's going to be set during London. Always look for it's actually an advantage of trading New York session, because you have London to look back on. So you want to look back at whatever high or low that was set for London, and determine your bias on the higher time frame, of course, right? And if, let's say, if you're bearish on EU, London, we set a high. So let's see if we could get a fib retracement, something like that, which is classic stuff. From London to New York, fib retracement, as you see here, 79. Between your 62 and your 79 is your entry. You get a wick on the 79. Clean move for the tank. EU. Yeah, so simple harp is, yeah, bro, what you told me literally happened. EU retracement and USD cat power at 3. Yeah, those were clean moves. So that's what we were saying. So it's pretty much one or two things. 1, 2, or 3 things. You're either gonna get your fib retracement from a high that was set during London, or if London is in consolidation, then you're gonna get that power 3 setup for New York. So if London is consolidating, which happens a lot of times, where London really just isn't much of a trade there, price is just consolidating, then you know what? Expect a power 3 situation for New York, where price is consolidating. You look for that swing move, that manipulation move, the opposite direction, and you take it. So those are your 2 most common scenarios. Let's look at UCAD, because UCAD was actually another trade that I took this week. So I'll share that with you guys as well. UCAD was pretty good for us as well. We caught the move earlier in the week. So let's look at UCAD for a second. UCAD. Some of the pairs here. USD CAD. So USD CAD. Ooh, this was a nice tank. Just happened right now. I'm gonna place my line here to begin the week, to show you guys how the week started. Some stuff goes. Week started here. Now look at, these are all pretty clean, classic weeks. Bullish dollar, bullish UCAD, bearish EU. See, that's one thing. Like, that's what I like about, like, markets really volatile right now, but it's very, very much in sync, which is great. Consolidation, false move, then a real big move. Exactly. So UCAD, to begin the week, we actually caught this bearish move going down, which was great. It was like 120 pips. I took my profit, and the reason why I took profit is, let me see how it looks right here. We had our order block right here, and I said, yo, if price respects this order block right here, it's gonna pop. And that's pretty much what happened. We had our daily order block there. Price came into it. As you can see, never took the low out of this candle. Now, for price to be bearish, like I told you guys in the beginning of the video, you wanna, this candle these down candles need to be getting smashed through for me to really be considering it. Now it can smash through it now, but the fact that it can, paused there and respected it is something that's gonna, you should have your antennas up right there. So that, you see price consolidated right here, consistently making higher lows, pretty clean stuff, and then it just popped. It just popped, and where is it reaching for, guys? I mean, these are pretty clean highs right here. All these levels. These are pretty clean levels where I could only imagine a lot of liquidity resting over here. Why? Price has been steady dropping, and it's gonna want to notice how aggressively it shoots up too, guys. That's something you want to take note of. Like these are like voids right here. They're probably gonna get filled in, which is actually literally what price is doing right now in front of us. But the fact that it's so aggressive is like they're trying to grab those stops before people even think about closing their positions, right? Like these moves are aggressive because there's a lot of liquidity resting over here. So they have a reason. They have somewhere that's something we always say. Price is going somewhere. It's like where is price going? Why are you going there? Right? It's like they have a target. They have an objective. The central bank has an objective where they want to go, and this is the central bank objective right here. This is what London Boyz calls the central bank objective. When price is running to a certain liquidity pool and they're running there aggressively, is because that's where they're trying to take price. And then, as you see, comes up, grabs this liquidity, and now we start to get that retracement down. And let's see. I mean, price could probably tank. I mean, I would look for this level, see if it wants to bounce off of here again. Bounce over this market structure. If it breaks through there, it's probably just going to tank. Oil. Everybody's mentioning oil. All right. Let's look at oil. So now that's another thing, guys. Who watched the US oil market recap? I told you guys we are still in a bearish market on oil. Like until further notice, oil is still bearish. Like it has not taken out any significant highs for me to say. I mean, yeah, I caught a beautiful buy last week and it was great, but it still didn't cleanly close above any levels. It still didn't. It's still bearish. Like you're damn right about that. So it's still bear like that. And then something that I learned is like you don't want to be picking lows, guys, in this type of market. Like when price is dropping, it's dropping. Like it's not like stop trying to pick a low, like and that's what I was thinking. Like this week, I'm like, man, I know, no offense to anybody that bought, but I know so many people that were trying to buy, so it's like, and it's one of those things where it's like, everybody was trying to buy, and then just like oil was just like, nah, you guys ain't eating. You guys are not eating, so it's crazy. But yeah. So but that's what I'm saying. Like I don't like this oil. Why does it look like this? There you go. US oil. Oh, here we go. Oh, look. So look, this is exactly how I left it on the market recap. And this red level, I'm like, if it, you want to see if it possibly bounces there, but if it breaks through there, it's going to take out these lows, and that's pretty much what they did. Yeah, clean. Yeah, so you already know. That's another thing, guys. Like these significant levels, like if price doesn't react where you expecting it to, like if it breaks through that order block, then guess what? It's probably going to take out the next low. You know what I'm saying? Like don't just think, oh no, it's still going to reverse. And no, if price broke through that level, more than likely is going to go for the next liquidity, which is resting right here. Let me put my little eyeball there. That's where the money's at. If it didn't bounce here, then it's gonna go down here. You know, simple market structure stuff. You know, so yeah, it's gonna be very tough, man. I mean, I feel like the buy is gonna be legendary, but we just gotta wait, guys. We gotta wait. You know, like we have to wait. We gotta sit on our hands and just really wait because it's not ready yet. I mean, like you know, like there's gonna be buy opportunities, but until it closes above here, like what I want to see from a market structure standpoint, like the analysis of me, the analyzer. There you go. That's the word. The analyzer in me would like to see this. I'd like to see it come above. Let's see. You know, I want to see it break above here, and then find support here. That's what I want to see. I want to see it break above here and bounce off of here. And you know what? I'm fine with taking the buy once it bounces off of there. You know, something like that. Something along those lines is what I would like to see. But it needs to break above these highs, man. Because man, especially now, guys, with nobody's flying planes, you know, nobody's traveling. Oil consumption, which I mentioned in the YouTube video, like the consumption of oil is at an all-time low. Like people aren't driving as much. Everybody's home. Like people just not using oil like that, you know, like but I mean it's gonna go up eventually. But you know, um all right, cool. So I mean I hope that little recap was helpful. Let me run through some questions. Let me see. Do you think Corona was created to drop the market? Man, you don't want to know what I think about Corona. Nah, I mean, I think it's a lot of shady stuff going on. But yeah, I mean, um, yeah, I mean, and that's another thing. Like, well, I mentioned that in the market recap, but just look at the monthly, guys. Like, look at the monthly. Like, let's just zoom out all the way on the monthly. Oil's been bearish since 2008. Like, the crash of 2008 really crashed oil, and it never recovered. It's never went back up to that $100 a barrel, $150 a barrel. Like, I don't even think it's ever going to, or not for a long time at least. But just from a monthly standpoint, like just from a super long term standpoint, it's just never made any higher highs. Never. Last year was bearish as well. I caught some crazy Tesla destroying oil. Yeah, that's a great point. That's a fact. Um, but yeah, last year we caught some legendary sells on oil last year. No doubt, Chelsea. Thank you, London boy. No doubt. Do you expect GBP USD to fall for London and or New York since you mentioned the midweek reversal for GBP USD, Mr. Pippin? Do I expect GBP USD to fall? Honestly, I can't even tell you. I mean, I'm probably gonna stay out the market tomorrow, guys. I'll be honest with you. Me personally. But I mean, I could just run through it. But yeah, I'll be taking questions now. If you guys, I'm gonna look at your questions, but um, I don't know. I mean, it's gonna have to trade up a little higher. Sorry, can we go over gold? Oh yeah. I know you mentioned gold, Rizwan. I'll look at gold real quick. My bad. Let's go over gold real quick. Let's go over gold real quick. I mean, gold is bullish. We know that. Gold is just bullish. I mean, it kind of dropped today, but that's just going to 1800. I'm telling you right now. Sooner than we think, too. But you see what I'm saying? Like, turtle soup on the forum for gold. I mean, yeah, it could drop. I mean, it's probably going to drop now. Yeah, this looks like it wants to drop right now. Honestly. But long term, I mean, long term, I'm bullish on it, but it's probably gonna want to fill in this little gap right here. Come back to like 1690s, early 1690s, and then we'll see from there. If you're asking me, GJ wasn't. Yo, I wish I would have sold GJ yesterday too, man. I mean, it popped right back up, but this was a nice little buy. But honestly, GJ might pop. I mean, I don't know. So I'd be looking for on GJ. Look, this is what I could tell you. Your order blocks, you want to mark off your equilibrium of your order block, right? Your halfway point. And you want to see how price reacts there. So I'd mark that off on the daily. Let's go to the 1 hour. And let me just take this flip off. So I would want to see how price reacts around there. If it breaks through, then it's probably gonna pop. It looks like it could pop, but that's something that I would want to have marked off, just in case. That makes sense. But no, I mean it looks like it could pop honestly, because it never closed above this structure right here. Came down, wicked into this market structure, and I mean I could see it trading higher, honestly. But again, you want to have that level marked. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I can tell you, like, all right, me looking at it, I think it wants to trade higher, but I'm gonna have this this line here that I'm gonna have my midway of my order block marked just in case I'm wrong, right? Nobody, I don't know anybody that's 100% in this market, right? So you always want to have your both sides just in case. Have any of the boys ever traded retail prior to ICT? How big of a difference? If so, hundreds of thousands plus weekly difference. Okay, the question, Mr. Pippin. Have any of the London boys ever traded retail prior to ICT concepts? How big of a difference? If so, hundreds of thousands or pip weekly difference? No. Let's just get this. Yeah, answer is not. Like this. Let's get this straight. Like, bro, I know people that trade retail. So if it closes below the order block, then no, you don't expect it to go higher. Yeah, probably not. If it rejects here, it's probably not gonna go higher. But I think it will pop through though. If you ask me, like I think it would probably pop through. That's just my opinion. But yeah, so just to answer some of you guys' questions, nah, man, listen, let's get this straight. I know profitable traders that trade quote unquote retail, trend lines, all of that, and listen, it's not the concept, guys. This trading stuff is you. It's you against you. Can you go over order? Yo, Abe, I'm gonna drop a whole video. We're gonna drop a video on YouTube on order blocks. I got you, bro. That's my boy Abe. I got you. I'm gonna drop a video just on order blocks for you guys. All right. Just like I'm gonna go into detail, straight to the point, like which high probability, which is I'm gonna go over order blocks is gonna get dropped this weekend. So definitely look out for that. What's your YouTube? The YouTube is in the channel. If you guys are not in the channel, if you guys are not in the chat, definitely get plugged in. The YouTube should be in the channel. So look out for that. We're going to be dropping more videos. But I want to get back to the point I was making of, yeah, like you said, it's you versus you, because I feel like that's so important. Like, I know when you start to talk mindset on these webinars, people start hopping off and people just want to see charts. But listen, guys, like, yo, it does not matter what strategy you trade. Obviously, this is how we trade. I believe this is the best, this is the most, it's the best way to trade. It's the best way to look at the market, institutionally. But it doesn't matter which way you look at it. It's like, it's all about your discipline. right? Because like I could tell you, speaking for myself, I've been up 50 pips on a trade and then watch that shit come back to break even. You know what I mean? Like, which is ridiculous. Like, if you're up 50 pips and you don't come out in profit, like, that's ridiculous. So, you know what I'm saying? And then there's people that trade retail that catch their 20, 30 pips and they're out and they're happy. You know what I mean? So that's the difference of this. It's like it's not, it's not because, oh, this guy trades ICT, so he's a millionaire. This guy trades trendline, so he's a bum. No, that's not at all, bro. That's not at all. Like, I hate that. And I hate, like, we may joke around a little bit, and it's cool. The jokes are cool, but it's like, you don't, people that seriously like put down people that trade this way or that way, like, yo, if you're profitable, like, yo, do what makes you, bro. I know, like, dude, I know that I used to see this guy that he used to use trend lines and all that, and his charts would hit, man. His charts were so on point, like, and he had trend lines and everything. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, you know. So, all right, can I scroll up on this chat? Oh, here we go. All right, I just want to try to grab you guys' questions. Does DXY dictate how US 30 and gold and GBP USD move, or GBP USD more affected by Euro GBP? So it's both, Pippin, right? DXY. So I don't know about DXY and US 30. Honestly, me personally, I don't use the DXY for US 30. I don't use it for gold. I don't use it for oil. So I use it for, I think DXY is most effective on Forex. I know technically, if the dollar is dropping, gold is going to go up and vice versa, but there's a lot of times you see the dollar and gold going the same way. So I don't use the DXY for gold. I don't use it for oil, and I don't use it for US 30. I do use it for GU, EU, and USD pairs. So I would say, so there's a lot of times where you see Euro GBP will be tanking, and then you'll see all the other GBPs like GA, GN, they'll be shooting up, but then GU is in consolidation, and then you want to know why is because the dollar index. So the answer is both, is dictated by both, you know. But when you have that situation where the dollar's bearish and EG's bearish, kind of like what's been happened the past couple of weeks. EG has been we've been bearish on EG for weeks. Has it been weeks? It feels like forever we've been bearish on EG, but we've been bearish on EG for some time now, and this shit just keeps dropping. So, but the dollar was bearish for a little while, and EG was bearish, and then that's what caused GU to just skyrocket. So when you have those situations, that's when you're gonna get your more explosive moves on GBP USD. But definitely, they're both affected out. I don't know, I wouldn't say one more than the other. I would say they're both. Can you go over Asian session entries? Asian session entries. I'll you know what? That's a good one. Simple Harp. That's a good one. I'll probably make a video on that because I love. I'm not gonna lie to you. I trade Asian session like. But again, that I would say, with experience you'll get more comfortable, but I like that. I'll make a video on that. Asian session entries, that's a good one. What days of the week time can you expect reversals? So days of the week time, you can expect reversals. So just like this week, if you're bullish to begin the week, Monday, Tuesday, you can look for a reversal Wednesday, Thursday. Typically Wednesday, Thursday, you can expect that reversal. And it's not every week though, guys, right? It's not every week. A lot of times, they'll open up on Sunday and trade bullish and just keep going bullish, and like, that's happened to me where I'm expecting manipulation, expecting this, and then price just keeps shooting, shooting, shooting. So it really depends on the beat, on the week. How you know that's an order block? I'll go over order blocks. I need more clarification on the liquidity pool. I get the order block, but is liquidity pool just a recent area that price hasn't returned to? A liquidity pool is basically just a clean level of support or quote unquote resistance where where people are gonna be having their stops placed. But we'll make a video on that. Let's see. Here you go. Wednesday and Thursday is where the money's at. Yep, Paula, you said it. When does midweek reverse? Do you believe in Wyckoff? I never really studied Wyckoff. I know it's very similar, but I don't have pay. All right, guys. All right, let me go down more. Plan your trade. Plan. Hold on, give me a second, guys. My bad. I was just trying to go down this chat. Can you take a look at what broker do you use, bro? You probably should. Yeah, I don't really want to suggest brokers or whatever, but I have a couple of brokers. I have a couple of accounts. Possible to print your trading history from that. Print? Probably. You guys are talking about this. Okay, cool. Take a look at US 30. Who's the most successful trader you know? I mean, the GOAT himself, the mentor, ICT himself. I mean, who? You got a lot of great traders. Oh, you saying like I know personally? I mean, there's a lot of great traders out there, man. If you guys have any questions on charts and stuff like that, I'll help you with that. But it's not. I'm still learning too, guys. I mean, like you got it, but I mean, I'm learning every day. We're all learning. We're all learning together. That's why we got this community, bro. That's why we got this community, so we can all learn. Listen, guys. I be seeing you guys charts and seeing you guys entries, and I be jealous sometimes too, bro. Like, you guys be catching fucking wikis more than than us sometimes, bro. So don't get it twisted, man. You guys are bees. I see. That's what I love about our chat, man. That's what I love about our community. Is like, isn't bums in our chat. Like, you guys really know your shit, which is dope, man. Keep sharing your charts, guys. Keep dropping your charts. I know somebody dropped a chart on DXY. That's another thing. Like, somebody dropped a chart on DXY, and then somebody gave their analysis, and then he dropped another chart. Like, he edited it, and I told him, I said, I like the first one you did first, which was his genuine markup, which he was right. He had dollar going bullish. I think somebody mentioned, oh, dollar's bearish, so he kind of like switched it up. But I told him, I was like, I like your first chart because your first chart was better, and his first chart was better. So, but just keep sharing charts, man. Keep that's what we're here for, guys. Let's keep pushing the community. If you guys know anybody that trades, you're welcome to bring them to our chat. Invite as many of your friends, anybody that trades, anybody that wants to learn how to trade, all of that. Like, this is what it's about, man. Yeah, that's how you grow as a trader. How often do you do these? We're gonna start doing them more. We're gonna start doing them more, guys. I listen. I enjoy doing this. It's just we were doing the live calls. Now we're gonna have things more controlled. You guys won't be able to annotate on the screen and draw any funny stuff. As long as it's respectful, man. As long as you guys keep it respectful, we'll keep doing this. We'll keep doing this. So. Some birds had to ruin it for everyone. Right when I was learning. Nah, we're gonna keep it going, man. We're gonna keep it going for the guys that appreciate it. And who knows? I mean, I'm not gonna make any promises, but we'll probably be bringing lives back and stuff like that. Because listen, guys, we enjoy it, man. We want it. This is why we doing this. Like, we enjoy this. As long as you guys keep it respectful, man, and just appreciate what we're trying to bring to the table, and we'll keep bringing it. You know what I mean? But it's really as simple as that. As long as y'all just just keep it respectful, and let's all grow together. Let's all just learn together. Like, let's just keep doing it, man. So no doubt, man. I appreciate everybody on this call, guys. I'm happy you guys hopped on. I was more than happy to do this call. For anybody that didn't make it, we're gonna upload this video on YouTube. We're also gonna drop a detailed video on order blocks. So I'm probably gonna end it over here, guys. You guys have a good night, and I'll see you guys in the chat, man. No doubt, guys. Take care, man. Have a good night, everybody.
I tried so hard.